like today's session, I didn't want to say too much of business or too much of marketing or too much of looking at Instagram, because today Instagram is so much more. You know, it's called. I mean, we are called, not we. I mean, say people say the enterprise partners, people who are in their 20s now are called the Instagram generation. Why are they called the Instagram generation? I mean, why is an app become an whole generation? And I mean, it's true that no other social media platform has got this sort of um, recognition, or nobody calls it the Facebook generation or anything, but it's very much say the Instagram generation. And that for that reason, I've labeled this the Instagram world today, because it's not just an app, it's not just a video sharing platform, it's not a photo sharing platform. It's a place where you can connect with friends, you can do business, you can shop, you can influence, you can learn something new, you can also go I mean we know the perils of social media and all of the possibilities. And with that, right, so Instagram today has 1 billion users. To just put that into perspective, India has a population of about 1.25 billion people, 1 billion users. Um, how exciting can it be that in one app or one location, there are so many people from so many different cultures, but what connects all of them? At the same time, there are, say, 64 million Indians on Instagram. And Instagram today, like I said, it's much more than just an app, just more than a platform. It's not just a sharing platform. But the question is, when I look at those numbers don't mean anything to me if I cannot be a part of it. And most of us, and I mean, it wouldn't be wrong to say that most of us are sort of participants, but at the same time, spectators in this whole, say, Instagram world. Say 90% of our time is spent consuming what's been put out there. Maybe 10% of the time we are spending on actually creating something for the world there. And what can we give to be a part of it? Now, think about it. These platforms are just not a place where people have gained popularity just like that. Today, you are getting something new on your feed every single day. Why are you doing that? If you analyze your account and if you analyze your feed, you'll find that most of the times it's something valuable that is being given to you. At the same time, to be a part of it, we should be able to give back something to this platform. Now, this can be very overwhelming. How can I give something? I mean, there are so many people out there who are better than me, who are the best in the world. How can I put myself out there? But always remember that if it is something that is unique to me, if it is something that your friends already would love to learn from you, and if it is real and you are having fun while doing it, there's a very, very, very high possibility that that piece of content will be very well accepted by everybody around you. The challenge is to be consistent at it. So, my dear friends, what I'm trying to say is that if you have something that is unique, you might not have something, but you might not have something in your professional world, but there might be something really small or some really small niches in which you can build that uniqueness on that platform. Again, what would your friends want to learn from you? Is there a certain thing, is there a certain recipe that I love sharing, or I am known across my friend circles or the town, that you know what, they cook the best possible cinnamon rolls, for example. And if it's real, people are going to want to do it themselves. And that's why I say there is also a negative effect to Instagram. But moving on, this is my friend Anish. He's an enterprise partner. I'm moving on. I'm going to rush a little. I don't want to get into what Instagram is and what is content marketing and all. I just want to know how can we be a part of it. And for that, we have some very interesting examples. So we have Anish here, and Anish's profile. This is Anish's profile. How beautiful does it look? Does it look professional? Does it look something that maybe a coffee company might have? A profile that is really cool. A few days back, we saw his post on the visualizing activity, on the visioning activity, where he visioned himself with one of the baristas in Thailand. And let me tell you, Anish has taken a step that is not very easy. He's chosen to drop out of architecture and become a full-time coffee barista and pursue his passion in coffee. And today, I mean, there are a lot of parents here. There are a lot of, people who are professionals, say, for example, Adi. I mean, how many of us could have taken that decision when we were maybe 10 years back? For me, it was 10 years back. I could not even think of taking a decision like this. But today, because of the advent of social media, especially Instagram, there is this opportunity to reach out to the world and bring out your uniqueness and give that value out there. And then that translates into a business model in one way or the other. So here's Anish's profile. It's very simple. It's all, Anish, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to hear from Anish a little later. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's all shot on the phone. It's edited by him itself. There are no professionals involved. But today, every post, he posted a recent tutorial and you can see the comments on his page. But now, a lot of my young friends ask me that, what do I post? Arey Yusuf, you've told us all this, content marketing hai, ye hai, wo hai, direct selling nahi karna chahiye, kuch batana chahiye, ye karna chahiye. But on a daily basis, what should I post? I don't find, I can't think of anything to post. And I know so many of you on this call who have asked me this question. And for that reason, I thought that, the bulk of this session should be about what should we post. Here are 10 ways you can start posting amazing pictures. I've put this caveat because Instagram is a very visual platform. You need to be a little visually sensitive, or you need to click good pictures or practice your skill of clicking good pictures. But once you click pictures, that's not where it ends. First idea, show a tutorial. Another example from Homemade Barista, that's Anish. And he's taken, so he writes there, this is the first tutorial video I've made showing how to make a beverage with cold brew, the very obvious question, etc., etc., etc. 5 days ago, 2,000 views. How cool is that? Even if one out of those 2,100 people turn out to be some sort of people who connect with him and who want to take on, can you imagine the possibilities that might open up for him? Here's another example. This is Food Minimalist. Now, she's got about 90,000 followers, but I'm going to spend some time on this example because just look at those posts. How simple are these pictures? It's just a plate. It's something cooked well. I'm sure all the cooks in the house will say it's very easy to sort of arrange the food this way. But you know what? It doesn't end with the picture. She has an entire recipe which is posted on a visual platform. Very often people say that, recipes and all, nobody reads on Instagram, etc., etc. But you know what? She's posted and this caption goes even longer and it goes into the comments also. It's very simple. She's posted out a recipe and she just posts a photo. She does not even show the process. And that's it. And that's brought her to 90,000 views. Can you imagine this sort of, in the pre-Instagram world, if you had to reach this sort of audience, you'd have to print some pamphlets, you'd have to go for a TV ad, you may have to maybe go into some exhibition. Moving on. So first type of post is show a tutorial. Second type of post is ask a question. Now look at this. This is Starbucks, worldwide brand. They have everything, but I can't see a single Starbucks branded or a Starbucks logo or Starbucks coffee, or I don't even know if it is posted in the Starbucks cafe or whatever it is, but they've just posted a photo of people with emotions and with the caption, for the person who's always there, how are you celebrating the moms in your life? And that's it. And people are commenting and replying, and maybe some of the young people are tagging their mothers there, etc. And some of the hashtags, just see the hashtags that they've used. Of course, they've used Mother's Day and Starbucks cards, okay? But they've put work mom, new mom, dog mom, expecting mom, plant mom, dog mom-in-law, cat mom, friend mom. I know some of you boomers or say 35 plus must be literally wondering what is going on. But you know what? This is how the new world propagates. This post propagates using hashtags. And just look at these hashtags for an example. But the point is, put out a pretty picture and ask a question that evokes a response. It has nothing to do with Starbucks. It has nothing to do with coffee. Another example, go behind the scenes. Here's Swiggy. This is a Swiggy post. And it's simple. They've posted let's baila. Swigsters in the Goa office let loose and busted a few moves at a dance workshop. Check it out. How's your Tuesday looking? And it just humanizes your brand to a level that no other form of media can do. You can see the team behind Swiggy, which is a very technologically friendly app. It's high cutting technology, high-end technology. And here are some people who are the people behind the brand, and the brand is showing you that. So go behind the scenes is another type of post. So the third type of post is go behind the scenes. Something that has worked for us at Borealy is raw videos. So these are videos that we've posted. You can go and check it out later. It's just the sound of the drill machine that is connecting with our people. And a simple video like this costs 0 rupees, just a little bit of YouTube learning, which we learned yesterday. And we've been able to reach 14,000 people. And the customer whose product was there, he was just so proud and he was sharing it with everybody, the process. So we are involving our customers, you're involving your vendors. All sorts of possibilities are possible once you get into behind the scenes and keep it real. So again, behind the scenes. Next, share your valuable experiences. Now here's an example of this guy called Ramit. He's basically into finance, and look what he's saying. If you've mastered the game of basic personal finance, you've automated your money, you're in control of your spending, you might wonder what's next. I created a course on advanced personal finance for high earners, including accounts you should be taking advantage of, how I structure my blah, blah, blah. But basically, if you see this, this is a set of stories that he's shot. I'll come to, if you all don't understand stories, you can go back to the units and just go through it a little. But I'm just going to go a little faster because I have a lot of examples that I really want to show you. I'm taking you behind the scenes of my own personal finance system, and he's just sharing what he's good at. Now, there are so many things we all are good at. There are so many things. For example, we have Anshul today on the call, and Anshul few months back came down to Enterprise and shot down a video with us as to if you have to go abroad, what are the different things that you have to consider as a student. Now today, there are so many people, so many students who are just documenting their life using a camera. And there are so many people relating with that because they want to see what he's doing. There are so many travel bloggers. I follow one guy called Daku Ka Gyan. And this guy is Backpacker Daku is the name of his profile. And what he simply does is he posts ticket prices from different times. He posts ticket prices, say a Mumbai Japan or Mumbai Tokyo flight from July at this date to this date, only 19,000 rupees. He will post some hotel deal here, some Airbnb deal here. And it's just amazing how he's built an entire career out of that. Next, hop on to trends. Now, with the coronavirus, we had quizzes, we had all sorts of things happening around us. And at Boreali, we wanted to be a part of it. So we thought, how can we give it our own twist? Now, it's a very simple thing that we did that required zero investment, zero money. I'm just going to show you live what it looks like. So we set the context, etc., etc. That the last few days have been difficult. We showed some photos. We showed them a glimpse process. And then we said, we're presenting you a river table challenge. And what do you have to really do in that river table challenge? It's simply, we gave them 4 bases, design your dream river table. So we make these river tables and we gave them these bases. And all around the world, all around the country, people started sharing these sketches with us. They recorded videos, they did all sorts of things. And you won't believe it, within a period of 24 hours, we had about 200 submissions from all over the country. And people were just enjoying this. And how easy is this to do? I mean, it took us 1 hour to sort of do this. So going back, hop on to trends. You must have seen all of these beautiful photos, the Dalgona coffee. It's a trend nowadays. What is it? It's just, but you'll see all the big brands are trying to, be a part of this whole discussion that is happening. Right. So one type of post is, again, hop on to trends. Next, share user generated content. This is, if there's any sort of nirvana in social media, it's user generated content. What is user generated content? People are using your product or are using your ideas and tagging you in your photo. That means simply that tomorrow, if 100 people post a photo and tag you, 10,000 other people are being able to see and are able to see that this person is recommending it to you. They are all becoming your brand ambassadors. And for example, I mean, you can think about it. I mean, if for me, if my mom posts something, 10 people will call her and say, "Arey, where did you get this from?" So that's the level of recommendation, or that's the level of trust factor within your own audience. So the ultimate goal is to reach user generated content. And people are designing brands completely around this concept. People are making photo friendly areas. People are making photo friendly booths all over their shops in cities everywhere. Here's an example of GoPro. I mean, GoPro is the ultimate example of user generated content. For us, we make river tables, and we're very lucky that, our architect or our client is posting a photo and tagging us and then writing there that thanks to Boreali team for customizing this amazing dining table for us with utmost care and perfection. This is somebody in Hyderabad who has not even seen my face, but my product is good, my quality is good. Everybody, I mean, very often all our businesses, our products are really good. How can we evoke this emotion that these guys want to post for us? And it's a proud, or it's a feeling of pride that they are buying something from us and posting it there. So user generated content. Then something that is very simple and again makes it real is share work in progress. I'm going to take the liberty and show you this example again. We recently made this piece of furniture for a Bombay-based startup. And once the project was done, about 2-3 months later, once we got clearance from them, we just put the whole story out there. And I'm just going to let it play and not say anything. You can just read. So we needed a crane to make it happen, and we put out a video of this. This is not professional with anything, but it's just real. So share work in progress. So many times during the Explorathon, we did the workspace, you guys shared your work in progress images. Those are real images that really build a trust factor there. Show some bloopers, mistakes. That's the next type of a post. People, like I said earlier, you have to humanize the brand, or you have to humanize your account. It cannot be you are a person behind the account. You have to make sure that it's real and it's just not all shiny and beautiful. So here are some simple hacks. Make a grid collage for all the young vids in the grid. You all have learned Canva. You can do this on Canva very easily. So you take one idea. Just imagine these are say 9 ideas. These are 9 posts, and this becomes your profile. So when people land up here, they can see this. Or make a grid mood board. Now this is more difficult to do, but if you see, these are some images. Each image is by itself, but there are certain type of colors and emotions. Each thing has a face, etc. Then the second type of thing is cross post from other platforms. Something as simple as a WhatsApp screenshot can also go if the content makes sense. This is a simple tweet that he's posted, your weekly reminder, it's never too late to start. Right. Before I had the project today, I just want to hear a few thoughts that are coming in the chat. I've not read what has been going on in the chat, so I'll just quickly do that while you all can share something that's been going on. What are the thoughts that are going on? Are there some fears? Are there some inhibitions that you're getting?
Answer them.
Are there some fears?
Put it out there freely.
Yusuf, I had a question. How do you keep yourself motivated once you start with something like this? Do you usually find people, or how do you keep yourself motivated in the first like 10, 15, 20 years?
Right. So we'll answer it all together. Whatever questions are coming, we'll be able to answer together in the interest of time.
Yeah. It'll be great if you can put the questions on the chat box, so we can answer a few now, and then we can build a little content around the remaining and answer them. So many things going on, and I sense that that's a question for many of us.
Can I ask a question?
Put it on the chat box, Nisha.
Okay.
I fear that my content will not reach a lot of people. How does one use Instagram for personal brand building? I'm often told I need to pay for some portions of platforms. I don't have a niche. How often should we post? How do I stay motivated?
Yeah. So guys, some really brilliant questions that are coming in. And that's all we face. Starting off with Anshul's question, with Nisha's question. I don't have a niche. What do I do? I mean, see, it's not that we had a niche as well, say with whatever, we stumbled upon it, to be very honest, okay? But what's more important, so see, what's more important, and also some of the questions that how to feel motivated, what if my content is not reaching out to a lot of people? Why don't you make content for maybe the 100 people that are going to see the post? Forget about the rest. If you have value and if you post good quality product, or if you post something that, forget good quality, it's just something funny. I mean, it's just something that you find interesting to share with
people, that will set your journey off. Once you set your journey, once you start posting every single day, or maybe twice a day, or maybe once a week, it's okay, it doesn't matter. But if you do it week by week, day by day, you will keep getting better at what to post, how to post. Now, about the audiences, and that's a different ball game altogether. We're not getting into that right now. What my objective today is to break the fear or the inhibition that I don't have anything to post. How can I post? And again, another brilliant question is that I fear that I will be judged and people laugh at what I post, etc., etc. That's going to happen. I mean, there are no two ways about it. When we posted out, say, our first post, they were absolutely funny. They're still there on the profile. But to build and to, unless and until you put yourself out there, be open to feedback, see what works, doesn't work, I don't think we'll be able to. There's no way that you can go straight to the best possible content straight out. Adi, Nisha, please feel free to add.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to concentrate on one topic? It's good to cover multiple. So if you have a business page, it's good to select one topic. So with Boriali.com, we do a number of things. But we know on Instagram, these work in progress videos work, all of this works. That's what we post out. Maybe on our Pinterest, we might be posting something else. So all the technical questions like the app suggestions and all of that, we have a number of things that are available, and we'll try and put it out there in it. And we'll try and put it on the Facebook group. Please put those, because there are a number of possibilities. You'll have to try it out. If I say something now, it might not work out that much.
Yeah.
It's better to have two accounts, one personal and other professional. I strongly believe so. Yes, because you have to understand that your community page, or I call it a community page, not a professional page. You treat it like a community. You follow only those people who are related to that field, because also it helps the Instagram algorithm and helps spread your data out. But then your account will be tuned to that. Mishri is saying she has 12 accounts.
And that's such an interesting and important point, because I feel, from what I understand, Instagram, a tool like Instagram, we have, many of us are interested in many things. There is a T-type personality, someone who's interested in many things and maybe very interested in one thing. And there's a I-type personality who's very deeply interested only in one thing. I think the beautiful thing about Instagram is that it challenges us to focus on what is unique about me, on be known for or to stand out. And sometimes if it's multiple things that I want to be known for or to follow, it makes sense to have multiple accounts. But just to kind of wrap up, looking at all the questions, I see all the questions in two groups. One group of questions is about, a little bit internal about what should I post and how should I post, and how do I find the right way to do it. And one group of questions is technical. I think Yusuf started the presentation so beautifully by just asking us this question, that what is it about you that you would like to teach someone else, or what is it that you would like to share with someone else? And I think for me, what I want to really look at and explore today is, how do I respond to comparison? Does it make me feel superior or inferior, or rather, can it help me to explore my own uniqueness more? Can it help me to explore and pick on one thing that I want to really put out about myself out there? It could be as simple as I like color, or it could be as simple. Or it could be.
Adi, I just wanted to jump in.
Yes.
Guys, see this question about this niche and all of this confusion, you know, forget about it and just post what you like or what you're having fun to start with. I can say my niche is this only after 2 years of errors. I could not have said it 2 years back. So understand that niche, but for organizations, of course, we know we all have a strength and we can go ahead. With that, I'm going to move into my favorite part of the session, which is the project. And the remaining questions, we'll take them on Facebook and let's have a discussion there. Project for the day. Hop on to a trend, Dalgona coffee. I was excited. Why Dalgona coffee became viral? It's very simple, and an actor in South Korea just posted this picture of a coffee and said that it reminded him of a toffee which was named Dalgona. And from there on, in South Korea, people started posting homemade versions of the Dalgona coffee. What we want you to do is make your own version today and post it on your page using the tricks above. So you can choose any of the different types of posts. It can be a work in progress, it can be ask a question, it can be some bloopers, it can be anything. Those who have already posted Dalgona coffee, post some bloopers, mistakes or anything on the group.
Your screen.
Sorry?
You can't see your screen.
Okay. Right from the start?
Yeah. Just last minute.
Can you all see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So hop on to a trend, but you already heard me, so you'll know what you have to do. Is it exciting, guys? See, you're doing an activity and you're going to be able to feel that emotion and post it out there. And now post it in the way you feel it. Don't worry about the world. Everybody's posted all forms of Dalgona coffee. And the whole question or your fear or the judgment question or the motivation question, this is what's going to help you break out of your comfort zone. I'm going to end with one simple example. A few days back, my wife made cinnamon rolls, and I think she was planning since the last 1 year to make them. Finally, I got the chance to have them. She might kill me, but she's not on the call, so it's okay. But she made cinnamon rolls, and after she made it, you know, after that 1 year of this whole fear and this happening and all of this thing, what will my mother-in-law think, or what will Yusuf think, or what will be a disaster, etc., etc. She posted it out there, and at least I could see 5 or 6 of her friends who followed her and posted it again and made it on their own and then tagged her. Now this is a very, very simple. Now this did massive boost to her confidence. It's a very simple example, but today now it's like I can make cinnamon rolls every day. So just think about that, get into action mode. Don't worry about what am I good at, etc. Just do it the way you want to do it and post.